What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video we will be taking a look at this team of Garchomp, Giratina and Togekiss. I used this team previous season to hit veteran, and I'm still using this team in this season as well because this team gave me a lot of a lot of positive sets, and also I gained about 200 elos from the point Master League, Open Master League is happening. So let's get into the battles where we have Garchomp on the lead against Giratina. This is a good lead for us. Also, this team is not so strong. If you have these Pokemons, if you have these Pokemons with good IVs, then you should use this team. Otherwise, there is no need to use this team. Also, you can, if you don't have Giratina, you can use like Dialga something if you have, or something else which beats that Zacian. That is important. You can also use any steel type like Excadrill as well, and you will be fine. So also this team won't work 2500 plus heal for 2500 plus elo, because this team definitely didn't work for me at that elo range. So you have like 23 to or 2200, like 23 minus 2300, matlab 2500 means if you are under 2500 you can use this team, and it will do really good at that elo, because you will be winning a lot of matches. Like me, I won a lot of matches, and I gained over 200 elo. I was at 2200 something, and I got to 2450 elo, which is really good considering a team very weak to ice types. So here we have opponent surrender. So let's get into the next battle where we have Garchomp against Excadrill. This is a neutral matchup because Excadrill, if it can play correctly, it can win against my Garchomp, because two drill runs, as you can see, will definitely KO my Garchomp. So the best way to play this game, if you are using Dragon Tail Garchomp, is that you can just bait with your Centums, and the second Centum, because opponent shielded the first move, which was a Centum. The second Centum will definitely KO this Excadrill, or yeah, opponent have to shield. Opponent decided to let go of his Excadrill, and here I tried to get to another Centum, but I don't. That would have been a huge help for my Togekiss to farm down this Dialga, but okay, we can still win. So here I'm gonna no shield that Iron Head, because I know it won't do a lot of damage. That it won't one shot my Togekiss. That's the reason, and I can still KO that Dialga. So here we have Kyogre versus Giratina. I have a shield advantage, so I will be using that here, because opponent has done 10 waterfalls, which is a blizzard which will one shot my Giratina, but it turns out that my opponent does not have blizzard, so he will be throwing surfs, which is really good for me, as now I can gain a lot of energy and then throw this shadow ball, and I will have another I almost have another shadow ball for that Dialga as well, which I will be throwing right now, which will do a ton of damage on this Dialga, and now I can just farm down this Dialga for the win. GG's to the opponent. Let's get into the next battle where we have Garchomp versus Ho-Oh. This is a good lead for us. This team definitely got some. This team gets a lot of good leads, which really helps me win the matchup. That's why I'm getting a lot of alignments as well. So here Ho-Oh can definitely almost one shot my Garchomp with Brave Bird, but here I CMP tied with the opponent to give him the choice of either shield to throw the Brave Bird or something else. So here I'm not gonna shield because I have shield advantage, and then I can come in with my Giratina to farm down that hole. But opponent decided to switch, which is good for me, as now I'm almost close to this Earth Power, which will almost one shot this Melmetal, which is just really good. So here I'm gonna throw this Earth Power. Boom, does a ton of damage, and now I can switch into my Giratina, get a ton of energy, or whatever is his third Pokemon, which we will see which Pokemon is that. So here I'm gonna farm down this Melmetal, and opponent's third Pokemon is Metagross, which will definitely not appreciate this Shadow Ball damage. Boom, does a ton of damage, and now I can just Shadow Claw down everything. And here, since since Shadow Claws didn't KO and I got to this Shadow Ball, I'm gonna throw this Shadow Ball and boom, one-shotting this. Let GG's to the opponent. Let's get into the next battle where we have a bad lead of Florges. I'm gonna switch out into my Giratina, and this is a kind of a neutral matchup because Florges doesn't do a lot of damage. Because Giratina can survive 2 to 3 charge moves, that's why. And here I'm gonna shield, expecting it to be a Moonblast, I think. I forgot of what move setup Florges has access to. So yeah, I'm gonna no shield this move because this is just opponent's first Pokemon, and I just don't wanna use my use both of my shields to get this to win this lead matchup. So here I tried to get to another Shadow Ball, but opponent stopped me from getting it and used a move. So here I'm gonna come in with my Togeist. I will try to farm down this Florges, but not because before it can get to a move. I'm gonna no shield it, and opponent decided to switch into Mewtwo, which is tough for me as Side Strike will do a lot of damage. Mewtwo is just a really good safe switch in this open ML meta, and I have a Hundo Mewtwo, but let's see what happens. So here I'm gonna I used an ancient power on my Togekiss to get this Mewtwo into a range where I can farm down with my Gyarados, and opponent decided to come in right away with his Florges to KO my Garchomp, and now I only have Togekiss against opponent's final Pokemon, which turns out to be this Excadrill, and opponent decided not to throw his move, which was, I don't know why opponent decided to do this, but GG's. Anyways, so GG's to the opponent. Let's get into the next battle. He gave me free win, and I'll take it any day. So yeah, let's get into the next battle where we have a good lead of Garchomp versus this Landorus, which is a good lead for me because Santoms will be debuffing its defense, and if Landorus want to do damage on my Garchomp, it will have to throw superpowers, which will be debuffing its attack and defense, which is just good for me. So that my Dragon Tails does a ton of damage. So opponent decided to come in with Mewtwo here. I'm gonna throw this Earth Power. It will either guarantee a shield, which I got, or it would have done a lot of damage. So here goes down my Garchomp, and I will come in with my with my this Giratina, and here one Shadow Ball doesn't KO, that's why I decided to no shield, and it turns out to be a Side Strike. Second Side Strike will be almost be KOing me, so will almost almost KO my Giratina. That's why I decided to shield. Here I'm gonna throw Ominous Wind because there is no need to throw Shadow Ball. Opponent's final Pokemon is Giratina. I'm gonna throw this Shadow Ball either to get final shield or do a ton of damage and then farm down with my Togekiss, which I will definitely do because I got the final shield here. I was just forcing opponent to throw its energy, which I did, and now I can come in with my Togekiss. Opponent used a Shadow Ball there, which was overkill on his part. He shouldn't have done that because now opponent will definitely not get to 3 Shadow Balls to KO my Togekiss. So GG's to the opponent. Let's get into the next battle where we have Garchomp versus Dialga. This is a bad lead for us, but I will stay in and do as much damage as I can. So the foolish thing in this matchup that we can do is throw an Earth Power, which I have already did. That's why I know you definitely never throw Earth Power. You have to throw Sand Tomb and try to get to 2 Sand Tombs. That would be really good because then you can guarantee a shield, which I did there, either on first Sand Tomb or on the second Sand Tomb, depending on what you does. So here opponent's Dialga was not fully leveled, that's why I was able to be able to tie with my Garchomp. And here opponent's second Pokemon is Zacian, and I'm gonna come in with my Giratina to throw this Shadow Ball. I'm gonna shield this move because first move is definitely gonna be a play off. That's what I think, but it could be a bait as well. So here I'm gonna try to get to another short Shadow Ball. I throw one after doing one more fast move, but opponent was still able to catch it. Here I decided to get some energy back and then switch into my Togekiss. I don't have any problem with the catching a move on my Togekiss because one Shadow Ball will, as you have already seen, that it does 50% of the damage. So here I know I can survive this play up, and now I can do a lot of damage. I can just throw Ancient Power, and opponent decided to surrender. GG's to the opponent. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the content, definitely consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks everyone for watching.